What's going on, guys? We are trying something new. I'm gonna hop into the new Cup car here, and this is the first time that I'm driving it. What do we got here? All my settings are all jacked up around here, so you guys are live with me while we're fixing this. All right, so I'm back in the sim. My headset's set. I'm gonna get like no practice here, but it's okay. It's week 13, and I need to bring this down here so I can see what my system is showing. So I'm showing 90 FPS now, so that's good. I'm gonna lock that. I'm gonna bring this down a little bit lower. Can I bring it here? I can, but yeah, let's put it there. That's where the mirror is, right? Um, okay, we're gonna lock that. We're gonna try this. So yeah, this is my first time driving the Porsche Cup Car refresh, the 992.2. I've not really done a video like this, I don't think, with you guys. Where's my microphone? Oh yeah, here we go. Maybe can you guys hear me better now? All right. So yeah, this is something new. Let's have some fun with it and see how this turns out. Porsche is super loud in my ears right now, so I'm just turning that down. And I don't have my crew chief to tell me if I got any traffic, so I actually haven't used my mirrors here. But yeah, so what I've heard is that this new iteration of the Porsche is much better, and so like I'm excited. I didn't do a lot of Porsche Cup since I've got on iRacing about a year and a half ago. All right, the qualifying is getting ready to start, so let's just get in there and let's just qualify. Let's go. Let's just go. Straight into it. Like I said, this is my first time driving the new Cup car. As you can see, I didn't even put a livery on the car. It's just with whatever colors I had saved in the iRacing paint booth. But yeah, so this is my first time riding here. Let's see, what are you guys seeing right now? Yep, okay, you're seeing the loading screen. That's probably a little bit annoying. But yeah, so we're going to take a ride along. This is just a 15-minute sprint. It's week 13, so this is an unranked match. So we just try to keep it clean. Like I said, I don't have a lot of experience driving this. I think these are standing starts. I've not done that before. So I expect to be at the very back, but my intent is to finish the race, number one, and two, not accumulate a bunch of incident points. So let's do that. All right, so my FPS seems to be better. I had started this earlier. I had to restart it because I was getting a ton of delay in the recording. So I adjusted some of those recording settings, and now here we are. So let's see how this works out. So the new Cup car does have TC and ABS. I guess it's fixed because it's not adjusting anything, or maybe it's just because I haven't assigned anything in this car. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out. I know the whole thing with the other Cup car was that it was like the real. Oh. Hey, buddy. All right. So yeah, let's just hang here for a second because I think timing is almost up for yeah. There's 20 seconds left in this practice session, so it's gonna take some time for me to get used to this. I think I'm a little high too. Let's lower my viewpoint. Oh yeah. So one of the other things that I've been going through, and I don't think I've published any other videos yet, is the view in my VR, right? So this is my first VR headset, my first foray into VR. Seriously, anyway, I've driven in VR headsets and I've played some other video games in VR headsets, but like very limited. This is my real first foray into my personal headset. So I am learning now that headsets like the PS VR2 that have inside-out tracking rely a lot on factors that can be controlled, but you know, I'm, again, like I was saying, at my father-in-law's, and my rig is where it is. Like, I don't have any options to move it. I don't have any options to, like, drape his windows with, you know, black sheets or whatever. So, you know, we're stuck with what we got. So I've got to try to figure out how to make this room acceptable for VR with that's using inside-out tracking, right? Because all of the reflections, all of this, the spacing and the shadows, like, they really do affect like what the VR headset is picking up. And you know, there's a lot of movement within the headset, right? So we'll see if you get any examples of that throughout this race. I'm sure you've seen some already through practice or whatever. And again, please forgive my slow speed. I'm a regular driver. I'm not one of these like internet aliens. So this is just like, you know, for the regular Joe, the rest of us that play this for fun and also want to be competitive but are not, you know, the fastest guys on the track. This is, again, my first foray into this 992.2, and I really didn't drive the old Porsche Cup because I was terrible in it. So, that was, you know, about a year ago when I was still fresh into iRacing. I've improved quite a bit, I'd say. And so my technique with braking, application, and all that has improved, and so I want to be able to see. Okay, so what the capabilities are without, you know, smashing into somebody else that's on the track. So, okay, all right. So I got a nice hard brake there. All right. I would be surprised if I qualify anything other than P last, because I'm assuming everybody else has at least driven more than 3 laps. Actually, that's my first full lap around Bathurst in this car right now, so I'm sure there will be others that are in the same boat, but we'll see. This is just for fun, really. And so, you know, I don't know where the power comes. I don't know if this car likes to be high in the revs or low in the revs yet. I'm assuming, I mean, it's a Porsche, it likes to be high in the revs. Right, so like that may be a better corner to take in second gear. Still sliding around a little bit. A little bit of a lift there because I don't really have the grip yet. So that's the other thing too that I'm not used to. There is not as much aero on this car as there are on the GT3s, so that is definitely a difference in how you drive the car. Shoot, that one will count against me. All right, so again, as we're experimenting here with this new video, I'm getting some dropped frames. That is a little bit jarring. I'm not sure if you guys can see it or not, but this lap is not going to count, of course, since I hit the wall, but still trying to get some heat in the tires and some pressure. I want a little bit more than what I've got right now. Okay, all right, so I can feel the ABS kick on there, so it's yep, okay, alright. Okay, so that's the same, similar. At least I know I got that. Here's the white flag guy, and then here's the flag stand. Alright, let's try this for real. Let's see if I can get a real lap in. I'm going to lift here and then just downshift early just so that I don't hit the wall and have an actual quali lap that's set. And then, you know, throughout the next, this is a 15-minute sprint, so throughout the next 15 minutes I'll see if I can improve like how I drive this car and my understanding of its limitations. And there we go. All right, now I got some heat in the tires and it's feeling a little bit better. So I'm not sure if you guys can see the drop frames, but the thing is I'm still showing over 85 frames per second on most of these, you know, like almost averaging 89, 88, but it's still dropping some frames, so I'm gonna have to adjust that. Of course, it could come down to hardware, but my PC is, you know, it's a middle of the road PC, I think, a 4070 Super and a 7800X 3D. Oh shoot! Alright, well, I did not get a lap. I went about 50 meters beyond my braking point there. So, thinking about too much stuff right now, right? Why am I dropping frames? Blah, 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 blah. Alright, well, I finished quali. Okay, so the brakes, yeah, alright. I think I can get used to the brakes. That's fine. And the turn-in's a little bit different because, again, there's less aero on these cars than the GT3s. So I just got to make sure I'm tracking that. But yeah, so while we wait for this, you know, what do you guys think? I'm testing out different parts of this setup. When I had triples before I came to VR, when I would record or stream, zero issues. Now that I'm streaming in VR, but on a single screen, I seem to be having some frame drop issues. So that's something that we'll have to adjust here as we move forward. So I considered getting a second computer for streaming or recording. So that may be the solution that we go for, but that's not going to happen until, you know, we're in our new house already. So let's see. So I'm looking at the board over there, and it looks like 6 people have set times, and the rest of us didn't set times, so that's pretty sweet. All right, so we're good to grid now. Well, let's go ahead and hop on, and you guys can join me for the next 15 minutes. We'll see how this goes. They are cool looking. You know, they're mostly the same, but they are slightly different than the dot ones. Hopefully this year I get an opportunity to work on the Cup cars. I think maybe this weekend I might have had an opportunity. Timing didn't work out. But you know, the team I work for runs in a lot of these like club races. So yeah, we'll have to see how this goes. So this is wait for the green flag. Pit lane is closed. 1 to green. Yeah, so this is not a standing start. As we're up here at the you know, the back half of the mountain. Yeah, so that's all right, I guess, right? Let's see, what do we got here? Just kind of looking around at what this looks like in the headset. Does look pretty cool, but you can kind of see how it's moving back and forth as it's picking up. The shadows and the reflections. So it's I'm still working on figuring that out so that it stops, because it is annoying as sin. Once I get going, though, it seems to settle down. You know, we did the 24-hour at Spa last weekend, and I didn't have any issues at all. I kind of got that locked in. Maybe because the other set of windows back into my left is still open. It's still creating some glare. I can't quite tell right now, of course, with the headset on to see what's inside the, or what's reflecting on the screen, but that could be a possibility. Alright, so here goes the pace car. Ah. So that didn't really work. Alright, we got some swervers. I'm a brake dragger, just because I feel like that is just as or more effective, and it's much less dangerous to myself and to others on the track. So that is typically how I try to get heat into the tires, is by dragging the brakes. I did put the telemetry tracker back in the screen. I'm pointing, like you guys can see what I'm pointing at. Oh, they're gone, huh? Alright, there we go. Man, those guys jumped as soon as the car went into the pit lane. Okay, so far so good. Got through turn 1. Alright, I got space behind me. I really just gotta make sure that I don't get too overzealous going up the mountain, because I don't have any heat in the tires yet, and I don't know how this car handles. Whoa, whoa, whoa. So I'm going to lift a little bit here, the first lap or so, because I learned my lesson the last time coming through here, that I didn't have enough aero. Alright. Alright, and you can see that my frames have dropped to 20 frames a second, and I don't know what's going on here. That's going to be super hard to drive in. Yep, that is... I don't know if you guys can tell. I don't know what you guys are seeing right now, but man, it is brutal right now. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Ooh, I can't even see where the road is because my frames have dropped so low. I was running 90 frames a second, now all of a sudden I'm running 20 frames a second. There we go, now I'm back to 90 frames. Golly, that was rough. So I wonder if, like, when I come into VR, I gotta draw fewer cars when I'm recording. I am just not doing this fast. Yeah, this car seems to be pretty good. Like, Gonna just get used to it. It feels pretty lively. The tires, I can feel like what I'm looking for. The ABS is not overly intrusive, but it's not there. That's helpful. Alright. The car in front of me got slowed by some traffic, so it's giving me a chance to catch up to him. Alright, gotta learn the downshift points because I'm downshifting when there's not an opportunity to. So I don't even know what like a middling time here at Bathurst is with these cars, so I don't know if I'm slow or fast right now. And fast, when I say fast, I mean like bottom split fast. So don't, because I definitely am not like anything beyond that right now. Like I said, I'm still improving. I kind of want, you know, the regular guy to know what it feels like to be represented on these videos. Like, I watch so many videos on track walks and all this, and I can hardly ever match the times on most of the tracks. And I was wondering, like, man, I'm applying the same techniques and, you know, hitting the same break points. Clearly I'm not, because, you know, I'm not as fast, but but I also know that I'm not like a total, you know, terrible driver. Alright, I've got debris up here somewhere. Let's see what we got left here. It's like 8 minutes left here. Running P9. Alright, top 10, top 10. I don't even know where I started, though. I wasn't paying attention. I think I can keep that in third gear here, yeah. So car is slow coming out of the pits. Actually, I think he's just slow. He moved over. That's got to be a lapped car, right? I also may be able to keep it in fourth here, but I'm not positive yet. Oh, it was a nice pass. I think he didn't fight him very hard for it. Let's see if I can catch him and get a spot from him, too. Up. Stay there, going into the wall. Ooh. Thought he was going to come back out, but he didn't. Yeah, so I'm still getting dropped frames. I just don't know. It's crazy because, like, I don't have a low-powered GPU or a low-powered CPU, but this is still straining it to try to keep up with both streaming or recording and racing. Alright, I'm going to try to stay in these guys' drag here. See if I can pick up any time. No, that doesn't like that, especially at that speed. I think I need to be going faster for that, but I don't have enough experience to do that yet. Woo! Alright, nice little battle going on up there. See if I can catch him. Again, clearly I don't have, you know, the lay of this car down yet. But I can feel it starting to get more comfortable. Oh, he pushed him way off there. So he had to reset himself. Alright, I see there's 4 or 5 cars right now that, well, including me, that I see on this front straight, so or this first straight rather, going up the mountain. That's good. I'm not like out here on an island by myself. That guy's making some moves. He clearly has confidence and skill in the Cup Car already. Stay out of the wall. I gotta stay out of the wall because I need to keep all my aero bits as I'm trying to learn what this car will do and what it won't do. That was a little bit better. I need to turn in. Oh! These guys got all into each other. I knew that was gonna happen. That dude in the red was being uber aggressive. I mean, it's week 13. You gotta be kind of cognizant that, like, people are not gonna be on their, you know, on their best. Everyone's exploring new, you know, everyone's exploring new cars and tracks and having some fun and whatever. Especially this is a new car, so hopefully that wasn't a dirty hit and it was just a racing incident. Sucks that, you know, you gotta consider, like, was that dirty or not? Because you never really know, like, what you're finding in these lobbies. Ooh, white flag already. Alright, white flag. Where are we? I don't even know where we're at. What position are we in? Position are we in? I'm in P4? Oh! And is P3 damaged? He definitely turned into him there. That's the kind of thing I was talking about. Like, this week 13, people are being freaking crazy. I'm just going to try to make sure there's not like a Porsche missile coming in from behind me. Alright, did we end up on the podium? We did end up on the podium! Look at that! P3. Alright. Take it. Let me get off there. Yeah, look at that! Ah! I'm in the... Where am I at? Let's see. I don't want to look at Fang Yang Zhang or whatever his name is. Let's see what this incident was back here. Man, this is pretty brutal. Alright, let's go back one lap. Yeah, let's see what happens with these guys up here. Let's see. Yeah, Cornholio or whatever his name is. They're chasing up the hill. Looks like he's closing the gap a little bit. Alright. Closes the gap on braking. Alright, everything looks good. Everything looks good. Two different lines. Alright. Gap is starting to get back. Oh, so they both... Oh, he downshifted there. Create a little rotation. Alright, let's see what happens here. Oh, he leaps the curb and crashes himself out. Oh, no. So Cornholio didn't do anything dirty. And here I come. Innocent bystander. Late to the party. And all I see is Cornholio going down the hill, so... Alright, well that was a lot of fun. Podium, my first time out in the new Cup. I'll take it. Alright. So, we'll take it, huh? We will take it. P3, I started P10. Okay. Started P10, finished P3. Yeah, that's alright. I like that. Unranked, so, you know, like I said, it's good because there was some nasty stuff going on in there. But what'd y'all think? Was that fun? We'll see. All right. Well, thanks for joining me. We'll try some more of this again next time. And as always, I hope to see you guys trackside.